warriors, and welcome to another video. In previous videos I explained how I was able to start enjoying food without feeling guilty by switching to a lifestyle that allows you to eat in abundance, and not only that, you will actually eat yourself healthy and slim by enjoying waffles, pancakes, french fries, pudding, muffins, pancakes. Did I say that already? Pancakes! And basically just every delicious food you can imagine. A lot of people freak the fuck out when they hear the word plant-based. And that's why I feel it's really important to not only talk about all of the delicious foods you can eat, but to also show you guys what you can make on a weekly basis to really enjoy this lifestyle. Because a plant-based lifestyle is not about eating only boring salads and falafel. The vegans who do it correctly are actually able to thrive on this lifestyle. It's a huge misconception that veganism is unhealthy because you'll get a protein deficiency and an iron deficiency and you won't have any energy. I could talk hours about this, but that's for another video. In this video, I want to show you guys a healthy recipe that you can eat for lunch and dinner because yes, I have eaten 2 warm meals a day this past week and I've lost so much weight. I can't say how much weight I've lost because I've managed to put the scale away, but I can tell because I fit in certain clothes again that didn't fit me anymore. And not only do they fit again, I also feel beautiful and comfortable in them again. Because, you know, a pant can fit, but, you know, your belly can hang over it and stuff if it's too tight. So not only do my clothes fit again, but I'm starting to look great in them again. Oh, I just said I looked great. Oh my god, oh no. I want to share this with you just because I want to show you guys that you can eat in abundance and get healthy and thin at the same time. You don't need to listen to your eating disorder anymore. If you listen to your eating disorder telling you to restrict your calories, you'll only gain weight because sooner or later you're gonna binge. It's so funny because I myself have been too afraid to let my eating disorder go in the past, but the moment I tried it, the moment I decided to take the jump and just go for it, I realized that it was my eating disorder that was keeping me fat. The moment I actually ate more, I started to lose weight and become slim. And you guys know I'm totally not recovered yet because just 12 days ago you guys saw me crying in front of the camera because I just had another binging spree. So I'm not saying I'm perfect here. I am also still fighting to keep believing in the process, keep trusting the process, but I've done it once or twice before and it always works. So that's the message I want to convey to you guys today, even though I myself am totally not perfect. So just to be clear, recently I have had a huge binging spree. I gained so much weight and I was so desperate and I was terrified that it would never come off ever again. So I really wanted to try and go for this healthy, super enjoyable lifestyle again, but I was so terrified that I wouldn't be able to lose the weight that way, even though I had done it before and it has always worked. I was super terrified, but the moment I did it, it just started to work out. I can feel that my body is getting back in shape. And it's actually going super fast because I haven't weighed myself, but for the purpose of this channel I took some bikini photos on the 17th October, I don't know how to say this in English, 17 October, I took bikini pictures, and I will show them to you in one of my next videos. But I can already see that I look way differently now than I looked the 17th October. So I tell myself every day, Elke, you should realize that you are losing weight super fast. Anyone without an eating disorder with a good metabolism would be so jealous of you because you're losing weight super fast, so you don't have to be worried. Anyway, this intro is getting way too long. That was just my message to you guys. I want to give you guys hope. I'm living proof that it works. So this recipe is super delicious, super satisfying because it's really creamy, and even though it's creamy, it's really low in fat because I did use coconut milk, but I used a light coconut milk. And if you don't have a light coconut milk where you live, you can also use the light cream of the brand Alpro Soy. That even contains less fat than the light coconut milk I used. But anyway, it's super satisfying because it's so creamy, and the chicken spices really make this dish. It's so flavorful. And I usually make a huge batch of this, and I keep parts of it in little containers in the fridge, and I'll eat it throughout the week. And the rest of it I will just put in the freezer so that I always have a healthy meal on hand if I'm busy, and I can just pop it in the microwave and I don't have to worry about anything. Or if I come back from the gym and I'm super tired and I don't feel like cooking anymore, I can just take it out of the freezer, pop it in the microwave, and I have a healthy, delicious, satisfying meal full of vitamins and minerals. Now, I do realize that this is just a pretty healthy meal, even though it's super delicious. So I promise you guys that I will also make the videos for the waffles and the French fries and the ice cream. It's all coming up. I just need some time because I have 2 YouTube channels that I have to manage. So please give me some time. I have a lot of topics coming up for everyone. This channel will not only be about a binge eating disorder specifically. I also have videos for depressed people, anxious people, so stay tuned. Now, without further ado, let's get into the recipe. So what you will need are a lot of chopped fresh onions. I chopped at least 8 small onions, but if you don't like the taste of onions, you can always chop less. I must say, however, it's the taste of the caramelized onions that really make this dish. You don't have to chop them finely. I just chopped them up into big chunks. You will also need firm potatoes, and I already cut them into large chunks. Here I have some frozen cauliflower. We're also going to add some fresh mushrooms. And I decided to try Romanesco broccoli for the first time in my life, because it was just calling out my name when I was at the grocery store. I also had some regular broccoli lying in the fridge that I had to use up, so I decided to cut that up as well. And here we have a can of coconut milk, but I always buy the light version because regular coconut milk is high in fat. And even though it are totally healthy fats, I still avoid the regular one because it's one of my fear foods. And I have only been able to stop binging for about 12 days now, so I'm not gonna challenge myself yet. But if you want to use the regular coconut milk, feel free to do so. And then last but not least, I'm using these chicken spices from Ducros. A lot of chicken spices I know are vegan, even though they're called chicken spices. That's just the name they gave it because it's mostly used to spice up chicken meat. You should, however, always check the label. If it contains milk powder, for example, it's not vegan and you shouldn't use it. So first I'm boiling the potatoes, the cauliflower, the broccoli and the Romanesco broccoli. I used 2 different pots because the potatoes need longer than the veggies. When the veggies were done, I caramelized the onions. Now something you should know is that I never cook with oil. I just stir fry everything in just a little bit of water and it works perfectly. whenever the water has completely condensed, you can always add a bit more so your veggies don't burn to the pan. When the potatoes were done, I also started to stir fry the mushrooms. In the meanwhile, you're going to keep stir frying the onions until they look brown. When they're brown, you can add your cooked potatoes to the pan. Keep flipping everything around so nothing burns. When the potatoes have baked a little, I added the veggies, and I normally just add them to the pan, but because it wasn't big enough this time, I decided to transfer everything into a big pot. Then I add the coconut milk and the spices and stir everything around. I let that simmer for just another 2 minutes until the coconut milk has thickened, and then our dish is done. If you keep this dish in the fridge to eat throughout the whole week, you'll notice that it becomes even creamier because the potatoes will absorb some of the coconut milk with the spices in it. So it becomes even more delicious each day it's standing in your fridge. This dish is really satisfying because of its creamy texture, so I feel like it is a really healthy comfort food. The potatoes give you long-lasting energy and you get in a lot of veggies, which is crucial if you want to become healthy and energized. I've been eating this dish the whole week and I've only seen my body get slimmer, so trust me, this is something you can eat without any guilt or anxiety. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want me to make more of these, then make sure to give it a big thumbs up and leave a comment if you want me to make a video on a specific topic. I will see you in the next video. Bye!